Hello and welcome from the Nicholas Sportsplex here for day number 3 of the 2025 Continental Clash. This matchup features the western side of the United States and the Western Selects taking on the Capital Region in the Shamrocks Elite. Welcome into this broadcast, everybody. Alongside Scott Schumann, my name is Luke Jordan. As we prep up for the opener on the third full day of pool play. Each team will play 7 games into Friday, and both these guys will have their 5th right now as the Selects look to creep above 500, and for the Shamrocks, the goal is just simply get that first win. The Shamrocks have played some tough competition. Talk about Battery Hockey, Stuyhouse, the Connecticut Junior Rangers gave them something to handle. And on the other end, the Western Selects proving that they can be one of the best teams in this tournament. Just a slight loss to First Class, 4-3. That was a statement game, and from then, they've cruised through with the exception of that shocking loss to the ESH National Selects. It looked like they were favored going into that game. They outshot them by a ton, but in the end, it was ESH who ran away with it, pardon me. It is a hot and humid day in Chicagoland. You're already seeing some of the humidity start to creep in on the corner glass where you enter. So we'll see how many true ice cuts we get today, because yesterday we saw a lot of dry cuts, aka no water use, Zamboni just cleaning up the ice during intermission and then a wet cut after. That's besides the point. Let's get to the starting goaltenders. On the western end, Braden Anderson will get the nod, his 3rd start of the tournament. And on the other end, it's honestly hard to see at the moment. I believe that is Liam Williamson. Shamrocks coached by Scott Sherman, looking for his first win for his boys in the tournament. Early morning puck has dropped here on day 3 of the Continental Clash. Western Selects in the red uniforms with red pant shells. And for the Shamrocks Elite, it's the white unis with yellow numbers, black pants, yellow socks, as Anderson makes an opening save 15 seconds in. That one deflected nearly right into the Western Selects bench and now played. Backline Kevin Wing advances it just through the reach of Ramon. This puck is dead on the board trim and now tapped ahead. Matthew Boucher around the wall, and he gets that ahead to Tyler Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh picking up steam through the neutral zone. Still with it, fires one right through the crease, and a pile of bodies fall in front of the blue paint. As Rook Landahl now taken away. Enzo Rivera. Rivera looking to center. Ramon couldn't get it, and now Landahl accidentally puts it in his own corner, but J.P. Brouch is there to try to extend it. Colton Clarkson with the overtime winner yesterday. That sensational game against Everest Elite. That was the first overtime winning goal of the tournament. Other than that, we had one game go to shootout. So not a lot of extra time through the first 2 days, but that can always have a switch flipped. Rivera try to make a move inside. Now it's taken away by Benji Adumi with a nice toe drag. Adumi inside. Clarkson shot. Big pad save by Williamson. Now Glover taking pressure down low and has it taken away. Sent out of the zone by Wing. Rivera. Nudged off. Now Zachary Ferris. Ferris potentially tripped up. We play on. Up top and a shot from the top of the circle. Up for grabs on the bottom of that far side circle. 12:46 to go in the first period. Here's the Shamrocks with another chance. Firing one on Anderson, who covers with the left glove. Inside the neutral zone, turning ahead, Avery Sherman Tapped over the blue line by the Shamrocks. Smith applying pressure for the Selects, and it eventually finds Broadhurst. Now Daniel Degree. Degree up ahead for Smith. Miscommunication, and Garrett Gersak drags it off sides. Shamrocks will change their defenseman. That's Boucher and Maverick Dahl now freshly into the game for Shamrocks Elite. We've got a whistle. Offside, so we go right in front of the Western Selects bench. Three minutes into the opening frame of day 3. And here's Ike Hirsch skating it over the blue line. Hirsch down the wall. Salyer up top, open is a man. A shot from Ticka, gloved by Williamson. Quick reaction from number 32. His third start of the season as well. He played against the Young Kings and Connecticut Junior Rangers. His most recent appearance, pretty darn good. Only allowed 3 goals on 29 shots. Here's a centering pass, wide open, Salyer, he scores! What a feed from Rook Landau. And the Western Selects jump the gun on the draw and are out in front. Landau with the assist, that's his 8th point, that leads the team. And for Boone Salyer, that's his 3rd goal of the tournament. His previous 2 goals coming in that dominant win against the Slovakia Kings. They rule it as 7-0, 7 goals, the quotation mercy rule in this tournament. So if you score to make it more than a 7-goal lead, your goal still counts in the score sheet. It just does not show on the main board. It'll say that your team won 7-0 instead of beyond that. We've had a couple of blowout games. That's just how a tournament goes. Weighing around the wall. Ramon hounded off of it, and it's tapped out of the zone. Larson checks back, has plenty of space. Shamrocks will wholesale change. Here is Adumi now. Back into the defensive end of the Shamrocks. Adumi waiting patiently for the right move. Turns on his backhand. Back to the forehand, getting some help from Glover. Clarkson creeping by as well. Up to the point now for Broadhurst. Madsen can't keep the zone. And he's got pressure coming from Kai Bergeron. Bergeron now. Over the blue line. He'll feed it up for Wang with space. Fires, and that got blocked by Madsen. Comes back in front. Oh, Anderson kept it out. A couple of great saves, and we get a whistle. Show-stopping sequence from Braden Anderson. That looked to have for sure gone in. Him and Reed Inman swapping every game. Inman played last night in the overtime winner against Everest. Bergeron now on a takeaway. Backhands it aside. Sharp angle opportunity is now pounced on top of. Puck was still technically loose, but pile up in the crease made it hard to see. How about this Western Selects defense in general? 2.5 goals allowed average. They haven't allowed more than 3 goals in a game. Shamrocks, meanwhile, have not scored more than 3 goals in a game. Tie up near the top of the circle, taken in by Smith. Now turnaround shot wide of the net there by Gersak. Broadhurst taps it back down and around. .9:20 to play in the first period. 1-0 Western Select so far. In the all-red uniforms, Degree going to chase. And here's the breakout from the Shamrocks. Deflects back down. Thrown around the wall for Nathan Gansos. Now Smith on a centering pass. It's going to come back to Gansos in the corner. Tapped up Bergeron trying to get it out, but it's kept in by Goth. And here's now Smith down low. Open for a moment was Gersak. Couldn't connect with him. Gansos up the wall, intercepted by Degree as he snuffs out that play. Couldn't be scraped up to the point, and now the Shamrocks have possession. As they'll fire it in. Goth turned right back towards the middle. Great pressure there, and Braden Sharp gets it up the wall. Now Dahl able to hold. Sends it back down. Sharp into pressure. Nice work by Broadhurst. Landahl back around. Western waiting on the right opening here on this breakout. Could be here. Broadhurst, vertical pass, finds Landahl, who's already got an assist in this game. Aside for Ike Hirsch, who actually scored on a penalty shot yesterday. As far as my eyes have seen, that's the first penalty shot I've seen scored. There was another penalty shot yesterday. Here's a shot from Ticka, got blocked by the stick of Sharp. And now Boucher. Still it is kept in here. Sent back in by Ticka. Boucher trying to get it out. Shamrock's bench watching on. Two players fall to the ice. Sharp couldn't scrape it over. And finally, after all that back and forth, it's taken out of the zone by Avery Sherman. Awkward bounce there off the corner boards. Ticka was there. Throws it off the wall as Landahl now tosses ahead for Salyer. That was the connection that scored the first goal. Now Hirsch added on to the equation. And he's double teamed in the corner. Salyer taking a spill. Kicked ahead, now a nice play as Sherman skates ahead. Sherman cross ice to Sharp. Sharp working around Madsen. Braden Sharp. Now at the blue line, toe drag attempt poked out of the zone by Salyer. Colton Clarkson looking for Salyer. Nothing goes. Push back over the line. They're saying delayed offsides. It doesn't matter as Wang carries it right out. Wang in deep. 6:15 to go. Around the wall comes to Smale. Smale with the shot that hit the body of Madsen and ricochets right to the stick of Glover off the wall. It's turned back ahead, could not be sent in. Wang's got a little bit of time. Smale. Vertical pass snuffed out by Goth. Ramon had it for a moment. Still just one goal scored in this game by Boone Salyer, who just came off the ice, number 17 in red. Adumi pushed over the line, that's offsides. Doesn't matter how you're over the blue line, it's if. That's the call. First of many here on the North Rink. Can join me and Scott for the first 6. The nightcap will be announced by our guy Mark. Here's a nice move by Bergeron. And he spun around trying to make a play there. Ferris now kicked ahead. This gets through all the way to Rivera. Rivera trying to work around as he goes down. Breakout pass intercepted. Here's a shot. Ricochets off a body down below the goal line. Vertical to Degree, given away. That is risky. Ferris walks into the slot. Backhand try. Slithers towards the pad as a save made by Anderson. Now it's Smith just trying to get out of the zone, and that he does. Could be numbers the other way. Sent across to Degree on a 3-on-1. Degree, sus pass in front. They score! Gersak snuck it through. Looked to have been 5-hole on Williamson. Not the way he intended it, but he'll take it. 2-0. So now here are the Shamrocks looking for a quick answer. That they nearly have. Good handful of opportunities in front.
Western Select goal scored by number 27, Garrett Gersak. Assist by number 19.
Takeaway now by Salyer. Turns it ahead for Landau. Could be a very congested 2-on-1. What a catch up there, but then the follow-up score! It's Ike Hirsch. Wild West running away with things here. We have a timeout taken by the Shamrocks. Was wondering if that was going to happen. It does. Western Select's definitely got their coffee in this morning. 3 goals in the first 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Offense averaging 4 goals a game is already right near that pace in a singular period. Scott Sherman calling that timeout for the Shamrocks, just giving his team a moment to breathe. It's got to be tough when you're 0-4 and you've been in some tight games as well. Try to find that motivation, but definitely a good sign from all the tapping on the boards. Positive attitudes from the kids representing the Capital Region. Back at center ice we go. So they're one time out of the game, used by the Shamrocks. Landau gets another point with that assist there. He is nearing double figures. He's at 9 in the tournament. This is his 5th game, by the way. Delayed penalty coming here to the Shamrocks as Anderson will jolt towards the Western bench. Adumi now, spreading it out. Throwing it towards the net, rebound! Oh, Madsen denied. Great stop there by Williamson. But still, the Selects will go to the power play. Rivera is the culprit. First power play chance for Western in this game, or any team for that matter, comes fairly late into the first period. The Selects with 2 power play goals in this tournament. And for the Shamrocks, something they've struggled on is penalty kill. They've allowed 5 power play goals through 4 games. So it's Ike Hirsch now up to the top. Landau some trouble with that puck, and that's taken away. Tyler Kavanaugh just gets it in deep. He will go get a change as Bergeron comes on in his replacement. Rook Landau with already 2 points in this game. Landell, nice move. Can't finish. Ramon gets it out. Bergeron putting on the Jets. He cannot beat Goff to it, though. And it's Hurst down the near side. A little toe drag around Ferris. Now a pass nearly intercepted by Boucher. And Bergeron takes it back. Degree now for Larson. As the Selects settle. 45 seconds on the power play. Larson into the slot, and that gets through. Glover turns ahead. He'll fire, and that got blocked. Digging out backhand, dishes it on. Save Williamson. The rebound is loose. Everybody's falling on top of it. Now a shot off the post, and then it's tapped out. Under 20 seconds left on the first power play opportunity for Western. Board battle. That's Wang who takes it out. Feeds it ahead for Sherman. Avery Sherman, backhand pass intercepted by Brouch, and then Clarkson picks it up and accelerates ahead. Colton Clarkson, one nice move. Clarkson left side takes a shot. That got blocked by a sliding Shamrocks defender. Well done there by Ferris. No, pardon me, that's 22. That's Hudson Smale.
1 minute left in the first. 1 minute.
I will say a little bit tough to see with the yellow numbers on the white jerseys, but we're making it count. Broadhurst intercepted, and here come the Shamrocks. Odd man rush. Sent ahead to Sharp. Sherman trailing behind. Here's Sherman walking in, firing wide of the net, just to the left. 40 seconds now. Lead pass for a wide open Boone Salyer. Already with 2 points in this game. Goal and assist. Dances inside. It's off the post. Western thought they scored. I think everybody here did. High sticking, and that's unfortunate. Anderson actually lost his balance a little bit, opening up the net. But the whistle is blown. Good back and forth. .8 to go. Big game over on the center rink right now. It's the 3-1 Southeast Elite taking on the 4-0 Minnesota Blades. Minnesota leads 1-0. Ramon in the waning moments of the first period can't pull the trigger. Great back check by Madsen. It's held in. Gantus a shot near the buzzer, wide. And that's how the first period ends. Western Selects drop 3 in the first period, and Anderson has been impressive on the defensive end. So we'll take a quick break here on WSBN and be back in a moment.
The 4 Points by Sheraton, Winnipeg South. Conveniently located on South Pembina Highway near the Trans-Canada Bypass and 1 hour from the U.S. border crossing. Offering a saltwater pool, hot tub, 24-hour fitness center, restaurant, and lounge.
Here we go, the middle frame ready to start. Western Selects lead 3-0. Our guy Silvio Busco down there delivering the music and PA announcing. He's also scorekeeping. Big shout out to him as Anderson makes a quick cover. 10 seconds in. Anderson does not like the jab. So as we mentioned, Minnesota taking on Southeast right now. We said it's 1-0 Minnesota over there. Guess who scored the goal? Jackson Parise, son of the head coach Zach Parise, who played in the NHL. Over on the other rink. That Minnesota team has been unstoppable. They've allowed 4 goals through 4 games. And here comes Landahl pushing it ahead. Diving, trying to find Hirsch. Won't happen. Ike Hirsch, Garrett Gersak, and Boone Salyer in no particular order, the 3 goal scorers. Hirsch, one of them, sends it ahead. Now it's thrown in as Rivera goes to chase his own dumping. Hirsch off the drop from Landahl. Works over the blue line. Ike Hirsch looking for another in this tournament. Can't get by the final line of defense. Well played there by Maverick Dahl. And here comes a chance the other way. Shamrocks trying to make a quick 2-1 out of it. Inside, Rivera's shot. Gobbled up by Anderson. Quick shot in front, and they score! It's right off the draw. Rivera puts it home, and the Shamrocks are well alive. Lead now just 2. And Enzo Rivera, who did not even tally a point in his first 2 games, is now on a 3-game point streak. An assist of each of his last 2 games, and now he's got his first goal. That goal is unassisted. Here's a look in front, and an answer! A Doomie! Back to a 3-goal game. That'll deflate the tires on the Shamrocks momentum bus. And they're right back where they started, square one. Weighing off the wall ahead for Sharp. This pass initially behind Will Castleman.
Assisted by number 96, Ike Hirsch, and number 23, Colton Clarkson. Final goal, 153.
Smith turns at the blue line, leaves it behind Degree. One nice move, but then he's forced to the corner. Anybody's puck. Nice stick lift there. Comes out to Madsen. Sorry, that's Gersak. Sharp now. Sauces it ahead. Sherman looking at wing. Will throw it over. That was very close to offsides. Honestly, might have been. This is close to icing. Will we get it? Yes. Pitching wedge just rolls over the green there. By the way, the golf reference reminds you of the weather. It's 84 already at 8:31 in the morning. It feels like 92, so if you want to go golfing, I wouldn't do it here. Very humid, and you're going to see it. Well, you might not see it because it's very subtle, but in the corners on the glass, it will get a little bit foggy from all the humidity that creeps into the building from the doors opening and such. When I coach, I wear a visor, and when I walk out into the lobby during the summer, it just entirely tints, fogs up. I'm sure if the players have bubbles, they're experiencing the same thing. Not sure why they'd have to walk out into the lobby, though. Hopefully they don't have to experience that. Broadhurst back into the defensive end of the Shamrocks. Nice poke check there by Hirsch. His centering attempt hits the skates of Rivera, but he gets it back. Hirsch looking for a man. Salyer denied in front. Good save there by Williamson. Miscommunication. Now forked ahead by Kavanaugh, but only for so long as Landau. And then he has his stick lifted. Shamrocks change their defenseman, as well as Kavanaugh on the forward side of things. Quick play in transition now. Here's Ike Hirsch. Salyer crashing towards the crease. Salyer on a delayed call. It's going to be tripping here on most likely Boucher. Anderson gets to the far bench. Extra attacker out. It doesn't matter. Glove save Williamson. And it is Boucher. (1-1) by the way. So I'm not sure if this is true, but they gave that Southeast goal to Raphael Minot. He is the goalie. So there's a high chance we had a scoring error on the other end, or we saw a goalie goal. I'm very curious now. Oh, would that be something? Clarkson across. Here's Larson. Turning away, back to the point. Brouch. Back for Liam Larson, finding the puck. Adumi, shot save, rebound, score! Gersak his second. Adumi will get an assist. That looked to have been Brouch that set it all up. Third power play goal of the tournament for the Western Selects. Top power play unit in the tournament is the Minnesota Blades with 9 power play goals in 4 games. Face off to the left of Anderson, pulled out of the zone by Glover.
His second of the game, scored by number 27, Garrett Gersak. Assisted by number 9, Benji Adumi. And number 6, Liam Larson, on both 5-1.
Sorry, it was Larson that got that secondary helper. I thought it was Brouch. That is why I'm just announcing not scoring. Bergeron chasing towards the western boards. Hand up for icing. The Western Selects have gone down 2 paths in this tournament. They either win by 1 or lose by 1, or that one exception is a blowout mercy win against Slovakia. So Seems that they're choosing the blowout path if they can get it. But it's not going to come easy. Shamrocks have shown they have offense. Sharp sends it across. And here's a blast wide of the net. Anderson couldn't really see it. A ton of traffic in front. Delayed penalty coming here. Cross-checking on J.P. Brouch. Shamrocks entered this game with the same amount of power play goals as the Western Selects with 2. Selects found 1. Let's see if they can. Down the wall. Sherman had it for just a moment. Glover takes it out. Defense here from Hudson Taggart. Puck thrown on net as Williamson covers. Face-off push forward by Garrett Gersak. Sent down around the wall. Gantus up ahead. Thrown across now and taken in by Rivera. Rivera falls to the ice. Pulled away by Larson. He will throw it out. Takeaway here. Spin move attempt by Rivera, who did score that one Shamrocks goal so far, but nothing going on the power play, and now there's only 25 seconds left. Kavanaugh in deep. Delayed offsides, giving plenty of time for Larson and company to clear. And that they will. Shamrocks will change 2 in the process. One of the fresh guys out there. Here's a move by Smale taken away. Bergeron now from the far side. Smale walks it over. He's trying to fire a pass to Ferris as he'll chip in. Smale waiting. We're back at even strength. Here's a rebound for Smale. Sharp angle. Tosses it back in front. Bergeron couldn't get it. Boucher with the shot. That did not come off the stick the way he intended to. Now it's Smith. He'll slow down. The puck slowed too much on him. Now Ticka, far side for Degree. Bergeron flips it out. Glover pushes it over the line just for Smith to take it back and find Brouch. J.P. Brouch with a nice move to the backhand, and he could not finish. Gets it in front, Degree. Oh, what a save by Williamson. Rebound off the iron, into the slot. They score! You can wave the penalty off. And the Western Selects lead by 5. 6-1. This could be the second running clock of the tournament for Western.
Number 7, Finn Ditka. Assist was not recorded for Shelby. Time of the goal, 5:34.
Kicked ahead by Glover. Now Degree with the shot, got blocked. He'll dangle. Now Smith off the dome of Williamson and out of play. Acts like nothing happened. That's one darn good helmet not to feel any ringing after that. Rivera threw it in front. Now Salyer out of Western zone end. Hirsch ahead out of the reach of Salyer. Now Rivera turns up with it. Rivera crowded into the wall by Hirsch. Back to the center ice circle and sent in. Delayed offside. Sharp jumped the gun. Now Broadhurst a pass through the reach of Landau. Sherman sees an open player center ice. Rivera kicked it in. Rivera takes over. Lost control. Broadhurst off the official. Now Sharp with a nice move, but then it was taken away by Salyer. Wing gave it behind, but it's taken away. And then taken away again. Back and forth we go. Rivera getting nifty. Rivera's shot is blocked. Enzo Rivera gets it back, and a save made by Anderson. The rebound is scraped out by Gothic. Smith and Glover get the assists on the recent goals, as you heard there, to make things 6-1. And here's a nearly deathly giveaway there. Gersak was off to the races nearly. Now the other way. Here's a chance for Smale. Smale's on a breakaway out of nowhere. Smale to the backhand. Oh, what a save there by Anderson. Anderson without his twig. Anybody's puck. Taken in Kavanaugh, centering pass. That falls through. Gantus. Down the line. Delayed penalty coming here. This is why Silvio is the best. Playing all by myself, and that is what Bowden Broadhurst is feeling right now in the penalty box. This is actually a very important power play. If you do not score here, and at the end of the period, you run the risk of a running clock, and that running clock doesn't get stopped until you get within 3. So really, if you want a shot, you got to score now. So Enzo Rivera, speedy skater, over the blue line. Back for Ferris, taken away and cleared. Larson gets it all the way down. Actually just short of all the way. Dahl goes down. He gets some reinforcement from Boucher, who taps it ahead. Bergeron. Got some NHL last names on this Shamrocks team. Bergeron's one of them, of course, representing the great Patrice Bergeron. Boucher, makes you think of the goalie Brian Boucher. Smith, or sorry, that's Salyer. He took a check. And this is going to be a penalty. Ferris to the box. Western Select thought it was an icing, but it was a subtle check that got a penalty. .121 to go. We'll play 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds. Backhand try, saved by Williamson. Let's take a check on that Minnesota game. Southeast Elite is winning 3-2. Wow. And they still have Rafael Minot for scoring that one goal. Southeast Elite has made some statements. They beat Boston Hockey Club. Their one loss, Battery Hockey, and it was by a score of 5-2. They've won some tight games. Crouch takes in a stop. But really only one. And what do you know in that game as well? Colton Van Bokeren scored. So now he's up to 17 points in the tournament. So now it's a Western power play. Nice block by the glove of Smale. Smith just loses his edge. Now to Goth at the point. Shot directed wide. Landau walks the point. Gives it back down for Hirsch. Into the slot, one-timer just wide. Goth, open player, far side. Hirsch looking to slide it back door. Comes right to Salyer. And Williamson makes a big save. .1 to go. They will send another player to the box for the Shamrocks. And it is a 5-on-3. That was Braden Sharp that stepped over the line there. Shocked it wasn't offsetting, but nonetheless, that's 2 periods in the books as the buzzer sounds. Now, it is a 5-goal game, so typically they do not cut the ice, but and Western's staying on. We'll see what happens here. Zamboni doors haven't opened. And now they will. So that's what we'll do. We'll cut the ice. And then return for the 3rd period here on WSBN. 6-1 Western Selects.
The 4 Points by Sheraton, Winnipeg South. Conveniently located on South Pembina Highway near the Trans-Canada Bypass and 1 hour from the U.S. border crossing. Offering a saltwater pool, hot tub, 24-hour fitness center, restaurant, and lounge.
6-1 Western Selects leads Shamrocks Elite in this game, and if the Western Selects want a shot at making the semifinals, you'd have to think they would try to win out, and that's the situation they find themselves in with a good 6-1 lead. It's healthy. It starts with a running clock in the third period. Is a 5-on-3 to start as well. So I just talked with one of our main event guys, Nick. He explained the playoffs very clearly to me. There is the higher bracket where only 4 teams make it, the top 4 seeds in this tournament. And then from there, everybody else gets a ticket to the grind, which is a ton of mini games on Saturday. It's honestly the best style I've seen from this tournament yet. I'm very excited for it. Makes these pool play games so much and more intense. And the Western Selects sending it across now. Landau backdoor. They score! That was beautiful. Salyer another one. Landau on the assist. Clock continues to run. Power play goal, second of the game for Western. You never know. Western might just try to score as many goals as possible. Tiebreakers can always play a case. Granted, that's not going to be easy, but you know they have that in the back of their minds. Sherman trying to stop the party.
Assisted by number 13, Brooke Landau, and number 23, Colton Clarkson. Time of the goal, 35 seconds on the power play.
Smith now up ahead to Larson, taken away. Here's a wide open chance for Sherman to the backhand. Oh, he hit the post. Had Anderson beat. Sherman might get another chance here. He's in a foot race with Brouch. Swiped aside by J.P. Brouch, and he'll win the battle in the corner as well. 7-1. And we get a whistle. Take a look at the scores right now. Still a nail-biter over on the center rink. Southeast leads 3-2 over the Minnesota Blades. Boston Hockey Club now starting against Finland. That's a big game too. Boston loses that game, they might be out of playoff contention. And Finland would feel pretty good rolling into their last 2 round robins. Shot from the point by Broadhausen, kicked away, rebound, score! It's Clarkson on the backhand, and it's 8-1. Western Selects currently lie at 5 points, and with a win in regulation, they would move to 8. That would bring them to the 7th seed, so they still just have to win out, try to earn a top 4. Current playoff picture, as we speak, having everybody played 4 games, Finland, Minnesota, Boston, and Southeast would be the 4 teams at the moment.
Western Selects goal scored by number 23, Colton Clarkson. Assisted by number 47, Bolden.
Nice save there by Anderson.
And number 76, Malcolm Glover. On the goal, 2:39.
Western Selects defense has been impressive. Only 10 goals allowed through 4 games. Now currently 11 through 5. Goals allowed average just about 2 between Anderson and Inman. Ersch is going to get away on a breakaway. Ike Ersch to extend the lead. He scores. All gas, no breaks here in the third period for the Selects. They're playing their best period of the game with already a great cushion.
Western Select goal, his second in the morning, scored by number 96, Ike Hirsch, unassisted at 3:52.
That is Ike Hirsch's second goal of the morning, as heard there from Silvio. He came into this game with 2 goals. Now has 5 points with a helper in there as well. Point per game player, Ike Hirsch. Shot from the point, saved there by Williamson. Hirsch on a takeaway in front. Backhand score. He's got the hat trick. Ten to 1 now. Losing count over here. Thankfully we got Scott doing the online scoreboard. Because over here they typically don't put a larger gap than 6 or 7 goals in between the 2 teams. Just out of respect.
Western Select goal, his third of the game, scored by number 96, Ike Hirsch, assisted by number 17, Bruce Taylor, and number 13.
Sharp out of the Shamrocks end, up ahead for Sherman. The Shamrocks team with a couple of good chances. They throw one on Anderson there. Antos keeps it in. This trickles towards the net, kicked away. Another save for Braden. Sharp, drop back. Gantus. Interception there. Fintica trying to lead it ahead. Whistle sounds on a tie-up. Sharp on his knees at the moment, getting up his degree. Both teams will change with a running clock of 8:07 to go. Looks like Sharp just had to fix a strap on his helmet and now makes his way to the bench. Up next, we got the Young Kings in first class. First class on the brink of a playoff spot. On his knees, what a move by Rivera! Oh, he was so close to a highlight reel play. Still an impressive sequence. Rivera has looked good. Finland has scored against Boston already. They lead 1-0. And now Minnesota has picked up the lead with a 2-goal third period against Southeast. Noah Schneider and Cody Polasic. And I tell you about Schneider, he's like taller than me, and I'm turning 20 in September. These kids are half my age, and he's got probably a couple of inches on me. He can move, too. One of the more impressive players of this tournament. I wouldn't say it's much of a flex to be taller than myself. Standing at 5'4". I mean, it's probably a flex if you're born in 2014, though. I can flex that I saw the 2010 and 2013 Stanley Cup stuff for the Blackhawks. I digress. Game's getting a little out of hand. Keeping things entertaining here on WSBN. Or maybe not. To everyone their own opinion. Says it right now, it's 10-1, but the final score would be 8-1. But as I mentioned, the stats would still count for everybody, so Hirsch gets his hat trick, etc. Now, Just under 100 seconds left on that fresh power play. Clarkson got assessed a call. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net. Shorthanded now, Rook Landall. Glove saved by Williamson. Williamson's got a sweet pad set up. Black helmet, black pads, shiny. I think he's worn 2 shots off the head today, so he must have a pretty nice helmet. Keep himself going. Wang trying to get it out, and that he now does. Kavanaugh got trampled on top of. Hirsch looking for his 4th goal. Nice move. Backhand shot saved by Williamson. After this stoppage, there will not be much time left on the penalty to Clarkson. Maybe 15 seconds. Oh, I was exactly right. 15 seconds. I did not intend to be right on the bullseye. Here's Wang. Towards the net, Anderson covers. Anderson really doesn't like when anybody's up in his grill after the whistle. Staring down one of the Shamrock players there. Gave one of them a tap earlier. Four minutes and now 7 seconds until this ball game will come to an end. Even when these games get out of hand, it's still so impressive to see the talent in these young players. Swiped up top, and Broadhurst keeps the zone. Smith, score! 11-1. That was a nice shot there over the shoulder of Williamson. Back to center. Here comes Salyer. Nice work there by Hudson Smale. Now granted, since the Shamrocks will move to 0-5, they've been well out of the top 4 seeds, but I tell you what, this is not a team to sleep on in that grind tournament on Saturday. Oh! Flying twig. Rivera picks it back up, and one of the reasons I think this team could be lethal in that tournament with the mini games is the speed and stamina of Enzo Rivera. He's got the one Shamrocks goal. He's been impressive. You can tell he wants to win. Very competitive fire, and in a small tournament like Saturday will be, that's what you want. But there is a penalty here, and it's on Ferris. By the time the puck is dropped, Western will only get about 1:10 of it. Roughing the call on Zachary Ferris. Young Kings first class coming up next. It will be a ice make after this. And then you can start up to 15 minutes early, so it might start right at 9:30, considering ice should be clean by then. Colton Clarkson with just a minute to go. Shot from Goff, off the mark. Gersak. Shoot, save by Williamson. Another shot off the helmet. You could hear it clearly. Into the slot, Glover wide of the net. And now Hirsch. On the backhand. Up top, Gersak. Back for Hirsch. Final seconds trimming down, and the Western Selects still have their eyes on the prize. They'll move to 3-2 after a dominant win against the Shamrocks. So, Western Selects win in dominant fashion. Alongside Scott Schumann, I've been Luke Jordan. And we'll tune you out with the playings of the Star Spangled Banner before we head into the next one here on the North Rink.
Please line up your blue line for a winning team national anthem.